guys, it is 8 a.m. I should have been already at the gym, so I woke up at 7, but I kept on falling asleep, and when I was praying, so I'm up. I'm going to the gym. I was supposed to go to the gym till 8:30 and then be back at home. I'm studying at 9 o'clock today. No excuses. So today I am gonna be productive. I just want to show you guys how I try to cram as many hours in when I'm studying. That's my kettle. So I'm gonna try and show you how I cram as many hours in when I need to. It's getting a bit closer to my exam time, and I need to be more like focused, take more time to study, and like prioritize that over everything else. That's why I'm gonna get my stuff. I'm gonna go to the gym. Yes, let's get it. It's a Monday. A happy Monday if I didn't tell you. It's a Monday. Happy Monday. And Monday 27th of September. I just have to say that Viva la Juicy by Juicy Couture, this is the one. If you know, you know. This fragrance, sweet, very nice. I just love this fragrance, and it's literally like almost done. But when I tell you I'm gonna finish this, I'm gonna finish every single drop of it. But period. Have you guys tried this? Like, let me know if you've tried this and what do you think of it, because I love this fragrance so much. Okay, so we're back at my desk. I've gone to the gym, I've come back. This is the time. I showered, all of that, so I'm running a little bit late, but I'm gonna start it like I was starting it from 9 o'clock anyways. So let me tell you what I do. So number one tip I would say for starting early is waking up early. Like, you need to wake up early. Like, I feel like even today I woke up at 7, but I like didn't fully like wake up till like 7:15, and that made me late. So if you say you're gonna wake up at 7, wake up at 7. Try to wake up maybe like a few minutes before 7 so that you run on time, you run smoothly. I set an alarm, try and wake up. There is this video that I watched the other day that was just telling me about like waking up early. I'll put the motivation video down below. And then make your bed. Like, I always make my bed. I never used to before, because I just found it very disgusting to wake up and then you've not even let air pass through the bed and you've just done it. Like, I felt like you needed to leave the bed for a while. But what I do is I wake up, I open my windows for like a little bit, and then I just do my bed. Either do my bed straight away or do my bed like after I brush my teeth or something, so I've like let some air pass. That way I feel a bit better. But the act of doing that, it kind of like makes you feel like, okay, you've started your day. So it feels like you've started your day, you've like achieved one thing during the day, and it kind of like sets the tone for the day. Also, another thing about laying your bed is it prevents you from getting back into it. So not that if you wanted to go back to bed, you could definitely still go back to bed, but you just kind of feel like, okay, that's done for now. Your brain kind of thinks, okay, that's done for now, I'll come back to bed when I need to come back to bed, like when it's the time. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I study in blocks. So my study pattern right now is gonna be 9 to 12. I'm gonna study, and I'm gonna do like Pomodoro technique. So I do 50 minutes, 10 minutes break, 15 minutes study, 10 minutes break, 15 minutes study, 10 minutes break, and I'll do that from 9 till 12. So for now, since I'm starting a little bit later, it's still okay. I'll just do it till 10, then I will start from 10 to 11, 11 to 12. That way I have 3 hours that I know that I'm guaranteed I'm doing those 3 hours now, and then at 12 o'clock I'm gonna take a break, and from 12 to 1 I'm gonna take a break, and that's gonna be my breakfast kind of time. Because I'm not at uni today, I can literally eat whenever I want because I'm at home, whereas when I'm at uni, you know, you're going up and down, you're tired and stuff like that. If I do feel hungry between now and 12 o'clock, when I have my 10-minute break, I'm gonna make something, but I would ideally just leave it till 12 because I'm also trying to intermittent fast. Not really, but eating at 12 works well for me. So yeah, so what I like to do is I like to watch like study with me videos whilst I'm studying, just have it in the background. And there's this lady called Merv on YouTube. She has like 12 hours study with me, 9 hours study with me, 3 hours. I just put on whichever. So today I'm gonna put on she's got a 12-hour one, so I'll put that. So I just like to put that on because she's also doing 50-minute sessions. Can you see 50 minutes? So when I do the 50 minutes, it coincides with her 50 minutes, so that when she's going on break, I'm going on break as well. And then another thing that I do as well is I use my phone to give me the 50 minutes as well, because sometimes I might pause her just in case I'm doing like, I'm listening to like a video, I'm watching a video on my topic, or I'm watching something on my topic, or I need to listen to something or watch something that relates to my studying. When I pause, if I pause her, the 50-minute is still not like going, so I will set my own timer. So another thing I want to tell you guys, I use this thing called Flora, this app called Flora. This is what it looks like, and it's already set at 50 minutes because that's what I normally do. If you start it, you can't get off the page. So basically I'm not gonna start it now, but okay, let me start it anyways. So let me start it, and then you see what it says. Don't you dare leave don't you dare leave this room, bitch. Basically it comes up with like stuff, and it has the timer as well, so I can't leave the room. If I try to leave, and I'm gonna exit it now, are you sure you will kill this little tree? So okay. Oh my gosh, are you sure? Yeah. And then it says I killed a tree, so that's not good. So basically what this Flora does, it just keeps you focused for like 50 minutes, which is exactly what I want. You can change it to like 30 minutes, 1 hour, so however time you want to focus. So even if you were trying to do like bursts of like 30 minutes, you can do that. So what this does is just prevents you from touching your phone. I know a lot of us are, you know, in this day and age, we're very attached to our phones. Like I'm so attached to my phone, not even, I would just go and just see what's happening like for no reason. And yeah, this is an 11-hour day, 11 hours of studying. Obviously I'm gonna take breaks, but all in all, it's not an 11-hour day, okay? Finished, and it says your tree has grown successfully. It is 9. Oh yeah, and it shows me my tree as well. So basically you're building a tree whilst you study. It's very cute. It is 9:57. I'm gonna start my next bit at 10 o'clock. so I literally have I gave myself 5 minutes to rest since I started late, so I didn't really give myself a full 50 minutes. But the next one, I'm gonna set it up. I've got my setup ready to go, so I'll press it at 10 o'clock and I'll have exactly 50 minutes to study, and then I'll be back. I'm gonna do the same thing till 12 o'clock. I'll come back at 12 to check in with you guys. So far so good. Like, this topic that I've done, what was it, 8 and 9, I'm nearly done because it was quite a huge, it was 2 topics, it was quite huge, so I'm nearly done with it. So I should be done in the next 5 minutes, and then I'll move on to the rest. Should be fine. I need like a coffee or something, but I'll have my coffee later on. Should I have it now? I'll have it at my next break because I want to have iced coffee chill, so I'll have that later. What you hear in the background is the 12-hour study. Rain down on me, rain down on me, melodies from hell. Rain down on me, rain down on me, rain down on me. So it's time for my break. It is 11:58, so my break starts at 12. There's a new episode of Real Housewives of Potomac, so I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna make my breakfast. I'm gonna have some oats with you know, I've got some blueberries in the freezer, some blueberries, you know, something nice, some fruit, and then I'm gonna have some egg, like some sunny side up eggs on this side, because it's my first meal of the day. Okay, so mediastinal tumors. So if we have in the anterior thymus glands, so thymoma is one of the tumors. Thymoma is the most frequent cancer and are asymptomatic. Right classification of mediastinitis, type 1. Mediastinitis presenting within 2 weeks after operation in the absence of risk factors. Okay, so types of Burkitt's disease. Type 1 is upper extremity, type 2 is legs and feet, type 3 is femoral type 4 is iliac, and type 5 is generalized type. Yes. Okay, so Reynolds, the 3 things. So digital pallor due to vasospasms, that's why the hands are white. Then you have cyanotic, so the hands go blue due to cyanotic changes due to presence of deoxygenated blood. Then it goes red, that's the rubor due to reactive hyperemia when there's rewarming of the hands. And if the spasm continues for up to an hour, it can lead to ulceration or gangrene and have to like do amputation if it's gangrene. Hi guys, so it is literally time for my second break. It's nearly 5 o'clock, so this is the time. Let me just show you quickly because what did I do? Okay, so my tree has grown successfully. It is 4:57, so I'm gonna have an hour break now. Basically I'm just gonna show you guys where I'm at. So I haven't done all the topics I wanted to do, and I'm not really like, I put a lot on myself to do a lot, and I knew that, okay, at least if I don't do as much as I wanted to do, but I can do quite a bit, that is still okay, because I'm trying to remember the stuff. So it does take, you know, quite a long time. if you do surgery, if you're doing medicine, you know that it takes a long time to retain the information. But as I'm like saying it, some of the stuff, I'm like, okay, you got that, do you remember that one? Then I'm going back to it and trying to recall everything. So so far I have done 14 topics, which is amazing today. So my previous ones that I did 8 and 9, 10, 11, 12. I did 13 and 14, but I haven't finished 15 and 16. So that will be like later on, if I have time I can finish it. And then I did 41 to 45, and then I've done 46 and 47, which is the vascular topics, and those topics are quite lengthy as well, so I'm just trying to go through everything. So I still have some remaining for my vascular topics. I have 4 topics remaining, so atherosclerotic and diabetic gangrene, variceal diseases of the legs, thrombophlebitis and lymphangitis. So I have these 4 vascular topics, but now I'm going on my break. So when I come back, I think what I'm going to do is try and finish the vascular topics, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to the these topics here, 99, 100. That is my rectal topics, so I'm going to try and do that as well today. And then I'll see you guys at 7 to see what I'm left with and what I can go through between 7 and 8, and then whatever I haven't done, I'll just like do it tomorrow. But so far, the fact that I have done 14 topics, that's a lot, and it's 5 p.m. so
2 hours later.
hey y'all, so oh my gosh, I look so tired. Well, so it is 8:09, and I just wanted to end today's video here. My housemate is in the kitchen, which is where I was sat all day. She's making dinner, so I thought, let me just come into my room. I don't want to, you know, disturb her, let her do what she needs to do. But I have finished for today. Literally, when it got to, I think it was 7:30, I just couldn't anymore, but I tried to push myself. So I have done, I think it's 16 topics today. Let's have a look. I have done 18 topics today. I've done 18 topics today, which is a lot. My brain is tired. Like literally when it got to 7:30, I couldn't hack it. So I just like tried my hardest, but now that it's done, I'm literally ready to take a break. So what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna watch some shows. Can you imagine, I was thinking to study again. I was thinking to do a different like obs and gynae, which is the exam that I have coming up. I said, listen girl, just calm down. So at this point there was no capacity. I have no capacity left, but I started studying at 9 and it is 8 o'clock. That is 11 hours of studying, but obviously I took 2 hours break in between, so that will be 9 hours of studying that I've done today. And yeah, during the day I was tired. I think tomorrow I'll study again, but I'll probably do maybe 8 hours, or who knows, maybe 9 hours again. But this week, Monday to Friday, I'm trying to do like go really hard so I can relax during the weekend. But yeah, I'm so tired, so tired guys. But I'll probably do this again. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed kind of having you guys keep me accountable. But yeah, this is it for today. I'm gonna just relax. My shows are back, so New Amsterdam, hello. I'm about to just sit down and just watch that and just relax. But yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Make sure you subscribe, and if you want any like videos that you want me to do, make sure you put them down below so I know what you guys want. I'm tired, I'm gonna go. Bye.
1 eternity later.
So surgery went really well. The topics that I'll just quickly like just go into it. I had my practical, which went really well. I had a lady called Dekova. She's really strict, but my what I had was, the patient I had abscess, so we're able to talk around that. So it was more like information that I already had previously, so I did the classification for abscess, which is like, you know, hot, cold, active, inactive, superficial, deep. And then I spoke about what an abscess is. I spoke about how we need to like drain it. I spoke about the drawing, how it can like form in the body. I spoke about if it does rupture, what could happen, lead to septic shock, sepsis, that sort of thing. So very important to get rid of it. And then when she spoke to me, she asked me about abscess being a complication rather than the disease in itself. So she asked me what diseases lead to abscess, like what things lead to abscess. I told her. Then she went into like asking me about rectorrhagia. She asked me about what diseases can lead to rectorrhagia. Then I talked about, you know, rectal cancer, prolapse, hemorrhoids, fissures, polyps, all of that. And then she asked me about the color of the blood in the rectum. Then I said it was obviously bright colored. Lower GI is bright, and then upper GI is dark. She asked me why, because of the enzymes. So that was that for the practicals. Then I went into the main hall for the theoretical. We picked 5 topics. So the topics I picked for surgery, number 1 was burns, number 2 was lung cancer, number 3 was pancreas, traumatic and congenital diseases. And then for urology, I picked up benign prostatic hyperplasia. And then for orthopedics, I picked bone cancer. So all of these things are picked randomly. So you just pick the topics randomly and then you just do the essay on them. So for surgery, I was pretty confident in my first 2 topics. Burns, I had done that, so I had to, like, obviously for burns you have to make sure you mention that the rule of 9s. I drew the little figurine. I missed that 1%, you know, like in the perineum, and he was like, there's 1% here, but he was like, good. You have to have a fluid protocol as well, fluid resuscitation protocol with like a specific formula, which is 4cc over total base surface, like the rule of 9, how much it has been burnt times the kilogram. So it's 4cc slash TBS slash kilograms. So I did that, wrote that, everything. He asked me different things about different classifications of burn. You know, you have your 1st degree, 2nd degree, 3rd degree, you have your partial thickness, mid thickness, and then full thickness as well, if it goes through the whole, like depending on where it's affecting, how the burn is affecting your skin, your dermis. Is it just on the epidermis? Is it going deep into the dermis? All of that. The color, you know, if it's charred, if it's white, if it's scarring, if we need to literally take off that tissue. Asked me a lot of questions about that. Then lung cancer, tell me where these cancers occur, like obviously small, not small cell lung cancer and small cell lung cancer. And then it was like, where is it, like peripheral, is it peripherally located, is it centrally located, and if it is, what's the difference between both? Because obviously if it's centrally located, it's now like compressing on the lung, so it leads to like respiratory issues, stridor, hoarseness, all of that, breathing difficulties. Then we talked about paraneoplastic syndromes that are, you know, associated with lung cancer. Then we spoke about, what else did so I did my essays, but all of these questions were when I went for my oral. He asked me about diagnostic information, treatment, like all of this stuff I'd written down, but like, you know, they want to ask you and they want you to answer. Then the pancreas, that was my, I didn't do that topic, but I was like, okay, cool. Traumatic, I know about trauma, so I just talked about pancreas being like a retroperitoneal organ, and how if there's any like gunshot wounds or any like stab wounds, contusion, it can be like blunt and penetrating wounds. And I talked about how it's difficult to actually like get to the pancreas because it's retroperitoneal, but like it can still be, you know. So when I answered that question, he realized that I didn't really know too much about that topic, so he like went to other topics. So he asked me about mechanical jaundice, so I spoke about the Charcot's triad, which is right upper quadrant pain, fever, jaundice. Then he asked me, then I talked to him about Raynaud's pentad, which is the Charcot's triad plus hypertension and altered mental state. And then he also asked me, okay, what would I see? What's the color of the urine? I said dark. What's the color of the feces? I said white, you know, pale colored white. Jaundice, obviously yellowing. And what else? Then he asked me a few other things. Then he asked me about intestinal obstruction. He was like, give me the classification. Then I was like, okay, either is mechanical or dynamic. Dynamic is paralytic and spastic obstruction, and then mechanical, it has its own little bits. So like obstruction ileus, strangulation ileus, adhesive ileus, and yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, and he asked me about intussusception, so I had to go into that, how it's, you know, commonly seen in kids when they get to 6 months, because that's when they're like introducing food, and it's like basically telescoping. And then you would see red currant jelly stools. If it's in adults, there's like a pathognomic lead point. It leads to necrosis within 6 hours if it's not like, you know, dealt with. So yeah, he was like, okay, cool. I said, when he finished like grilling me, I was like, I can breathe. So when I'd finished that, I knew like I'd passed like everything, because once you pass surgery, like literally you don't have to really do much. Then benign prostatic hyperplasia, I love that topic, so I was able to talk about that. The bone cancers, I was a bit confused, but I just said, you know, sarcomas, osteosarcoma. So I went to the other examiners, and it was great. I passed with a great mark, and I'm so happy because I was able to breathe. Yeah, so I'm really happy about that. Unfortunately, the day after my exam, I was sexually assaulted somewhere, at a gathering, at a party by someone that I know, and that is being dealt with by the police, so I'm not really gonna go into too much into that. But yeah, just be careful and stay safe, stay extra safe, because I thought I was, but I wasn't. So yeah, that's really it.